Completely unexpectedly, a new Bridget Jones movie came out.
Oh my god!
The actress and all the main actors are much older now, so I was surprised. What could they possibly make a movie about? Turns out the film follows Bridget's adventures with a younger guy. She has 2 kids in school and had to leave her job to raise them. This movie makes us feel like we've lived at least 30 years with Bridget. So much has happened. She had to say goodbye to her father, she became a single mom, but she somehow remains a ray of light in the dark. No matter how tough things get, she always finds a way through. This film is filled with that classic British humor that balances out the sadness of life. It's positive, kind, and just a joy to watch. It has both sad and fun moments. It's funny and touching at the same time. And while it's not a tearjerker, you might still shed a tear. Bridget is trying to break out her routine, so she does 2 things. She goes back to work and starts a new relationship with a younger guy. The way he appears in her life is straight out of a romance novel. I even have my own theory. I don't think the guy was real. He shows up in every scene like a perfect romantic hero, like a character straight out of a book. I suspect Bridget made him up. Maybe she was reading one of those novels one evening and let her imagination run wild. Real or not, this change in her life gave her new energy and brought her that needed joy. The relationship itself brings up the topic of couples with an age gap. It allows the movie to explore the challenges of making future plans when partners come from different generations, what each of them needs, and how they navigate those differences. And of course, we'll just enjoy seeing more of Leo Woodall on screen. When Bridget lost her husband, Mark Darcy, their son was already old enough to remember and miss his father. He clings to religion to help him cope with the loss, and Bridget does her best to support him. But his teacher is an atheist and tries to convince him otherwise. At first he seems annoying, always blowing his whistle in the parking lot and getting into little arguments with Bridget. But by the middle of the movie, he turns out to be an attentive teacher who actually helps Bridget's son deal with his grief through the law of conservation of energy. Honestly, I find this law the most philosophical and even romantic one. An atheist teacher tells a religion boy, "Your father is everywhere now," and it's scientifically proven. Who would expect a Bridget Jones movie to explore concepts like this? I have to admit though, I didn't quite get what made the teacher's attitude change. He already knew his student had lost his father, so why did he suddenly become so supportive only at the end of the movie? But hey, let's just say the film didn't really show us that transition. So let's pretend we simply didn't know him well at first, and as he got closer to our main characters, his softer side naturally came through. The new Bridget Jones also stands out with its cinematography. This might be the most visually stunning film in the series. It even has a bit of symbolism, which isn't something you usually see in simple comedies. I also loved how the movie actively references the first Bridget Jones, like the famous reindeer sweater and of course the giant shaping underwear. That moment was hilarious. Kinda looks like Bridget Jones has been wearing the same clothes for 20 years. I wonder if they really used the same props. These days, it's rare to find a film that truly pulls you into its world, makes you focus on the story and plays with your emotions. Bridget Jones does exactly that. It doesn't try to be unique. It knows it's just a feel-good movie for the evening, but it's absolutely worth choosing for your movie night. You could even say it's shot in the style of older movies. It doesn't have the same drastic changes as, for example, the new season of Sex and the City, which intensely brings in today's social agendas. Bridget Jones stays true to itself, keeping the same tone. It's almost hard to tell when it was filmed. If you want to relive the vibe of movies from 2000s and early 2010s, you'll probably like this one too. From the very first movie, Bridget Jones has been easy to watch. It reminds you that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to listen to what society says. You don't have to, because Bridget Jones doesn't. This movie will still feel like a safe, comforting place for a lot of viewers. You can smile even while going through loss. You can be a good mom even if you are not perfect. In the end, this might be my favorite Bridget Jones movie, maybe with the exception of the very first one. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.